Так, ну продолжаем, поехали смотреть.
Who is Mapes? And what's his connection to Howard Hughes?
Vernon Mapes used to work Advice. Word is he runs fuck pads for Hughes' starlets.
Follow me.
Ну пойдем, пойдем.
Good day, miss. That thing really fly?
Mr. Hughes believes so. Amazing, isn't she?
So, this is the spruce.
Jesus Christ, Biggs, you want to get me fired? Mr. Hughes hates that fucking name. It's the H-4 Hercules to you.
Do you mind answering a few questions, Mr. Mapes?
Call me Vernon, kid. Fire away.
Do you know anything about the explosion that happened at Nicholson Electroplating this morning?
No more than anyone else. Heard the boom while I was shaving. Almost shit my pants. Thought it was Pearl all over again.
Nicholson Electroplating was working on a miracle process to polish aluminum. A process that was very advantageous to airplane manufacturers. You're denying that you knew about it.
It doesn't matter what I deny, kid. It matters what you can prove. You have some evidence that links me personally with Nicholson? Nice try, kid. You have any real concerns you want to bring up?
Ну не угадал, ладно.
Do you know Tomoko Akamoto?
Never heard of the broad. Why?
А тут я знаю, что тебе предложить.
Akamoto is an industrial spy. She's on your payroll.
A spy, you say? That's very interesting. You have some way of proving she was working for me or Hughes?
Наверное, это.
Intriguing case you have here, Biggs. Spies, explosions, Howard Hughes. You could make a movie out of this one.
Опять обосрался.
You
Ладно.
know the chief chemist at Nicholson Electroplating, a Harold McClellan.
I've heard of the guy. He was pitching some fancy process to the company.
Did Hughes have a contract with Nicholson?
Hey, kid, lose the tone. Hughes has contracts with every plating shop in L.A.
We'd like to discuss these contracts with Mr. Hughes.
This kid's a riot, Biggs. See Howard Hughes? Harry Truman has to make an appointment to see Howard Hughes.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Mapes. Do you mind if we have a look around while we're here?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
You want to take a look inside?
Все проспал.
And her.
Все просрал. А что здесь смотреть-то? Нет, внутрь нас не пустят, весенко.
If olive oil comes from olives, where's baby oil come from?
Здесь нам нечего смотреть.
Great.
latitude 24 degrees 15 minutes north, longitude 76 degrees 0 minutes west. Degrees west.
Так, 76.
15 minutes north. 76 degrees west. 24 degrees 15 minutes north.
24-15.
Let's see where this is exactly. Bahamas. Somebody's already got their maiden flight planned.
Ну, здесь вроде все.
War doesn't determine who's right, just who's left.
А сюда подняться уже нельзя. Ладно.
McClellan's process was going to replace all this.
А сюда мы зачем идем? Не знаю, но пойдем, раз можно. Вот сюда, наверное, чтобы пройти.
Is that a Pratt & Whitney 4360?
Sure is. You know your motors.
Do you mind if I take a look at the prop spinner?
We're getting her ready for sea trials, so be quick about it.
What's the oily covering on the metal?
We coat the aluminum parts in linseed oil to preserve it from oxidization.
Looks like Nape's office is in the far corner. Let's go see what he's hiding.
I don't think so.
That is Marie the Body McDonald.
Does Hughes have her on contract to RKO?
Yeah, I bet he does. Let's see what Baker has first. He's probably done tinkering with that camera by now.
Thanks for the tour, Mapes.
Always happy to help the department. Hey, don't I know your face from the papers? You're the cop that's stripping that German broad.
Nah, I think you got the wrong guy, Vernon.
I'm busy now. Can I ignore you some other time?
So
Так.
McClellan was selling his new process to Hughes and cutting out Nicholson.
Looks that way. This would never go all the way. We're a middleman and stuff like
Someone like Mapes.
this. The word middleman was invented for guys like this.
Чё-то мы не особо ДПЕ узнали. Ну ладно, поехали обратно в полицию. Может, там что-то новое расскажет.
Must be a tough break being separated from the kids, folks.
They're fine. They've got their mother and they've got each other.
What about you?
What about me?
What have you got?
A friend of mine is helping me through it.
Now that I got you, I may as well ask you.
Ask me what?
The Black Dahlia. Who was it that killed that poor girl?
No official charges have been pressed in the case.
I know that. I'm not looking for the official version.
I made a promise to the department.
These are the guys who soldier down the river. At least we'll know where we've been if we try to retrace our steps.
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, all's fair in love and war.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
Help me out.
Best check in at the front desk before we do anything else.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Why don't you go polish your war medal and leave me alone?
Где приемная-то? А то я как бы не в курсе.
Sorry, I just Just got a tip off. I'm about to roll out.
Блять, это выход.
Any messages for me, Hopkins?
А, блядь.
Not many you'd want to hear. Newspapers wanting interviews and rookies cussing you out mostly.
Nothing else.
Pinker wants you in tech services. Maybe you'll be more popular downstairs.
You think those Vice boys get any on the side?
Hey, Cole. You're not winning any popularity contests upstairs, you know. I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that gas.
Where do you stand?
I think you're a good cop, but I try and stay out of politics.
Everybody tries to stay out of politics, Ray.
Well, don't quote me on it, but I'm hoping that Parker will get the job and clean this place up. I have your photographs. You can use the magnifier. There's quite a lot of detail.
Very funny.
I think you're right, Ray. We have our man. You take a nice photo, Phelps.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I'd say all's fair in love and war.
Bringing the Watcher a match for our John Doe. He's obviously the competitive bid. Can you get this over to Lockheed so we can get a name for this guy?
It's already on its way. Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Howard Hughes, millionaire, industrialist, aviator, and playboy, and Vernon Mapes, ex-dirty cop and business fixer. Excellent photography, Tomoko. So Tomoko had the goods on McClellan. Too bad they blew the place to hell. Is this McClellan? Can anyone make out the street number behind him?
Are you kidding? With my eyesight?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
You think the Vice boys get any on the side? Cole, can you help me with a little experiment? Use the eyedropper in front of you. One drop from each of the bottles on the desk. Place the drops in the petri dish. I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Ебать, подстава. А он шутник.
It's okay, guys. Just a little experiment.
Can you guys knock it off? Everyone's still jumpy from that bang this morning.
Very funny, Ray. You just took a couple years off my life expectancy.
Did the same trick to me about an hour ago.
So that was the stuff that caused the explosion.
I think so. Acetic anhydride is almost as explosive as nitro, and when mixed with perchloric acid, it's very unstable. It needs to be cooled constantly. We used linseed oil, but you could add any organic compound to trigger an explosion.
3 little drops.
Yeah, and they were using a 100-gallon vat.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
Extra, read all about it.
Так, ну выбора у нас доехать больше нету. Сейчас дождемся нашего инвалида.
Whoa! What are you doing?
From Los Angeles, California.
This place stinks of petroleum.
Avgas, if I'm not mistaken. It's all around the floor. Hangstrom is flying today on TWA.
Hangstrom is dead, Cole. Why leave your ticket behind?
Maybe just cleaning up.
Какой он красавчик-то.
Hangstrom and McClellan are the same man.
Ох, блин.
The gas, Cole, the gas! We gotta get out of here right now! Look, by the stove! Shoot the gas line, Cole, we're out of here!
Кому, блядь, стрелять-то? Ты куда убежал? Ох ты говнюк. Ща мы тебя это... самое... Ну, блять, он на это... Ну, блять, ну ты еще выехал специально, ну. Блять, а где он? Вернулся. Бля, я его потерял. Вон его, вижу. Ща догоним. Ну, людишки, если попадете под колеса, я не виноват. Блять, обманул. Вот сучонок.
Shit. You security men, Cole. Stay on base. Knock them off the road if you have to, but stay on that fucker.
Ну, капец, блять. О, ебись. Молодец. Вот ты, блядь, вешкой какой, а? Я так не могу.
It's no good. We need to get closer.
Ё, просто сейчас на военную базу полезем, что ли?
We're gonna have to go through all the security men first. I hope you're ready for a fight, Cole.
Ебать, на военную базу. Ну это, блин, весело. Ебать, подкрался незаметно. Блять, да сколько у вас тут? Ну надо ближе идти. Не успел. Ну. Отлично. Где ты там? Блять, он за это там спрятался, да?
And it's the electric chair.
А мы залезть не можем, да? Где тут же этот угол? Блять, перезарядка. Фух.
He wants to play cat and mouse? Fine. Let's go and get his ass.
Ебать. Ебать, я тут смело стою. Я их тут вот тут. Так, это же смело. Что-то он чего-то тяжелого шмаляет. Нет, еще я не достреливаю. Не долетает пули, я понял. Надо этого снять. Опа. И в голову.
To explain this to me again. So the guy at the chemical plant, he's planning on selling his magic formula to another company and skipping town with his assistant, but he blows himself up before he can manage it. So why the dead body in the refrigerator?
Mapes, Captain. He was eliminating all competitors for the process. When it went bang, he burnt down the apartment to remove all connection between Hughes and the plant.
Mapes, right. I remember Vernon Mapes. The guy had good, honest cops hanging their heads in shame. Glad he's finally out of commission. I don't know if it'll do you any good, Phelps, but between the spruce goose and half the city exploding, you might just have made the case of the decade.
Ну, здрасте, игра вылетела. Ура, оно не зависло. Мне пришлось еще раз в догонялки поиграть, в перестрелки. Но мы продолжаем. И начинается последняя миссия. Или дело. Ну, кому как удобнее.
Good morning, Doctor.
And a good morning to you too, Elsa. You look radiant.
Thank you, Doctor.
We haven't been seeing much of you lately, Elsa. You've been missing appointments.
I'm sorry, Doctor. I've been feeling much better.
That's very good to hear. And what has brought about this improvement?
It's the new man in my life. He's convinced me to fight my addiction.
Ah, the policeman from the newspapers. How has he coped with his fall from grace?
He can finally see things from a human perspective, rather than the ivory tower he created for himself. It's making him stronger. And it's making me stronger helping him.
You wouldn't make a bad analyst yourself, Elsa. Should we swap seats?
We're both finding we have a lot to live up to.
And what is that?
In my case, Lou. He went through hell along with me and still came out smiling. In Cole's case, his friend, Jack Kelso.
Kelso?
You've heard of him?
No, I just like the sound of his name.
Cole and Jack are working on a case together.
Is Jack a policeman too?
No, he works for the district attorney.
What?
He's a special investigator. I thought you didn't know him.
I have never met the gentleman in question.
He has been looking into Lou's case. Cole thinks it might be linked to some fires he's investigating. You look pale, Doctor.
It's cold in here, Elsa. I think I'll close the window. Why are you looking at me like that, Elsa?
You arranged for Lou to work at Elysian Fields, Doctor.
Your fears are unfounded. I meet many people in my line of work. There are many ways that people can be helped. Finding them work is just one of them.
I don't believe you, Doctor. I've seen you with Monroe at the club.
I'm sorry that you have come to that conclusion, Elsa. I've always so enjoyed our conversation. I can see your future, Elsa. And Cole, the policeman. And Jack, the investigator. It's an unfortunate and grisly end.
I've come to help you, Doctor. To help you cross over. All your sins will be forgiven. In the next life.
It's got to be one of these places. The arsonist's a bug sprayer. He must have worked at one of these joints.
Охренеть, завеска, конечно. Эльза. Ой, блин. Эльза ходит к доктору. Доктор-организатор там всякого разного. Поджигатель пришел, убил доктора, блин. Эльза-то, надеюсь, жива еще. Все завязано, все закручено. Ну, надеюсь, сейчас мы раскрутим этот клубок и узнаем, чем все закончится в этом завязанной истории.
Help you?
How many guys you have working here, Pop?
Who's asking, son?
It could be official or unofficial. Depends on how you want to play it.
You should get to a hospital, son. That arm of yours appears to be letting in daylight.
Save the pity for the other guys. They're the ones who need it. I'm looking for a big cowboy who works pest control. Does he work here?
We don't have anyone like that here.
You sure? I'm not the type of guy you want coming back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
О, газета. Ну, давай посмотрим.
What have you got?
Looks like a drug overdose. Get away from him, Phelps. This is my case.
Shut your fucking mouth! Since when does a bagman work a case?
I knew this creep wasn't on the morphine heist. Victim of his own product.
Hey, detective! Can we back it off a notch? This is getting out of hand. There's a time to talk and a time to shut up. Now is the time to be quiet, son.
Courtney Sheldon was a corpsman, Roy. He served his country. He went out with a medical kit and an Army 45 into places that made the Valley of Death look like a picnic. He was either naive enough or dumb enough to get involved in the Suburban Redevelopment Fund, along with the mayor, the DA, Monroe, and a certain crooked cop. He was involved in the morphine heist, but he has a puncture wound in his jugular, which makes this a murder case. He was a better man than you'll ever know. You say one more word about him and I will blow your fucking head off!
You finally lost it, partner.
I have a pretty good idea why Sheldon's dead. And I know about Monroe. Your vast, corrupt future is draining away as we speak.
I got better things to do than argue the rub with you.
Stay with him until the coroner gets here. Make sure technical services bags the evidence. If you let this creep anywhere near it, I'll come looking for you.
Yes, sir. You know, Phelps, you're not the worst asshole going around.
Thanks, Herschel.
Ладно, поехали дальше. Бля, где выход? Где выход? Так. Ну давай вот сюда съездим.
Watch it! California drivers.
must be his blind spots.
I work for the DA. I'm looking for a big cowboy, does extermination. Anyone like that working here?
Well, I wouldn't want to get anyone into any trouble.
We could do this the hard way. An address?
Yeah, he lives in a bunkhouse on the remains of the old Rancho Rincon.
Thanks.
Cole, you made it.
What's this got to do with me, Rusty?
Dr. Fontaine, prominent shrink, dead in his patient's room. Spine snapped like a twig. The suspect is one of his mental patients.
I've met Fontaine.
His last patient was Elsa Lichtman, Cole. She's missing. Nurse said that she saw some big Boris Karloff type carry her out of here.
The best thing that you can do to help me, Rusty, is let me take a look around.
Sure thing, Cole. This way.
Так, еще газетка. Нет? Нет. Угу.
Take your time. I'll give you and the doctor some privacy.
Destroyed by a monster of your own creation, Dr. Fontaine. I've heard that story somewhere before.
Угу.
So much for your foresight, Doctor.
Ну ладно.
Good doctor has been marking this map.
Хорошо, хоть разрисовывает оперативно.
Edgewood Grove, McCarthy Vista, Crescent Heights, Rancho Escondido. Do those names mean anything to you, Herschel?
Yeah. How come?
new houses, all being built in the path of the freeway?
Угу. Ну давай посмотрим еще на газетку.
That goddamn pet lunatic of yours is burning down our houses.
Keep your voice down, Leland. Control is of the essence.
Keep your voice down. Do you know how much these sons of bitches charge for lunch? Fuck them.
Leland, we will not solve our problems by announcing them to the general public. We only speed ourselves on our way to the gallows.
He's your imbecile, Harlan. Get him under control or get rid of him.
Speaking of which, I've had to dispose of our young medical student. What?
You certainly are a cold character, Harlan.
He has a friend called Kelso who knows all about the development on Normandy Avenue.
I know about Kelso.
And you thought it unimportant to inform me.
I thought I could take care of it.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Kelso works for Benson. Is he reliable?
No, he's totally unreliable. But he has so many pernicious habits, he's got nowhere to run.
Can you take care of Kelso?
Don't push me, Harlan. Get rid of the fruitcake. No longer necessary. I'll take care of Jeff Kelso.
Так, ну вот вроде поняли, что шоссе, да? Он пришел отсюда. И что-то от меня еще хочешь? Сюда не зайти. Угу. Ну, что-то я еще не нашел. Ну, пошли дальше искать. Что я еще там не нашел? А, о. Опять зависло у нас.
Monroe wasn't happy. People started dying and it attracted attention. And the doctor lost control.
Ё. Угу. Так, ну ладно, эту серию мы тогда закончим и продолжим уже в следующей.